right, welcome to Josh's Green Garage. In this video, I'm going to do a little bit more reviewing and show some use of the MFP Grapple for the John Deere X700 series and any subcompact that can also use the John Deere Quick Hitch. The initial video I did for this was basically just a review, but this time around I'm going to show a lot more use of this thing and a little more of my opinions, but I'm going to show you how useful this thing can really be. So at that, let's get into it. So throughout the day that I was using this thing, I had a lot of my, well, I shouldn't say a lot, I had a good chunk of my property cleared with a forestry mulcher. And there are a few trees that it wasn't able to get, so I figured I would just cut them down myself, and then I knew I'd be able to get some good video using the grapple. So this is the first one I took down. You can see here I'm struggling a little bit at first. I cut it kind of high, that way I'd still have something to hook onto when I dig that stump out and pull it out with my truck. But the tree was still laying on it, so the grapple wasn't really able to reach it. But I just put the grapple underneath it and then opened it up, and it lifted the tree off there, and then I was able to get to it, as you can see here. I did make a mistake right away with this. I grabbed onto it, if you can tell, at the side there, the corner, and that little turn right there was enough to kind of damage the grapple a little bit. Really just the teeth, and you'll see later. But yeah, you want to make sure if you're doing this that you want to either pull straight or grab the tree from the side. You don't want to pull that thing at any kind of angle, or you could risk damaging your teeth. But that one went pretty well. This was the second tree that I took down that day. It was a little bit bigger. I mean, as you can see, none of these trees are massive in size, but they're a decent test, and it gave me some good use, and I had a lot of fun throughout the day. But I know some of you guys, you probably deal with 16, 18, 20 inch trees and stuff at times, so would definitely be a lot more useful with those heavier trees, but still fun. So you can see this one pretty easy, just pick it up. I moved it out of the way, set it out of the way for now. I didn't really cut anything up till later. I wanted to just get the trees down at first and get them all drug out of the way. So that was tree number 2. That one as well was not a problem. This next tree, though, would be quite a bit bigger. But so far, everything went well. Tractor's handling everything just fine. Grapple is working great. You can see this tree is pretty big. That one went all the way across the road, and I was a little worried I was going to hit the power lines on the other side of the road, but luckily I didn't. I had a pretty good guesstimate of how big that one was. But with it over the road, I was definitely rushing to try to get this one off the road real fast, because I didn't want to have anyone stopped waiting on me. So but you can see still just pulling this one. I had to hook it a little bit sideways or at an angle, just so I could kind of get it to where I could grab it a little better, but pulled it and then just kind of reattacked everything, and it worked well. I had no issue really pulling this off. The hydraulic pump was whining a little bit, but I mean, between the tree weight and then trying to turn the wheels that have 125 pounds of extra weight on top of the tire and everything, I mean, that's a lot of extra weight to be trying to move. So all right, so now that I got those trees out of the way, this was that big one. I had cut a number of the limbs off of it, and here I'm going to just show you another good use of this tool as basically a stand for your log when you go to cut it. That way you don't got to worry about trying to set it up on something, or you don't have to cut it right on the ground and worry about getting your saw in the dirt or anything. So you can just pick the whole thing right up there. It'll hold the log for you, and then you can cut as needed. Pardon my lack of actual chainsaw. I don't have an actual chainsaw, just this pull saw, but worked just as fine on these smaller trees. So pretty useful here. This would be especially convenient if you're clearing some land or cutting trees down in the forest or something and you don't have room to necessarily drag the whole tree out and you need to cut it down where it's at, you may not have a stand around you to do so. So it would definitely be, beneficial to have this there. Just pick that bad boy up and cut it to pieces. So pretty cool there. Had a lot of fun cutting these up. And then of course, once you have your tree all cut up, you need to move them logs around. So here's just a little video of me moving the logs around. This part was pretty fun. If working equipment comes easy for you, this can go pretty quick. I mean, I pick up on this type of stuff pretty easy, so I was able to get used to, working that grapple pretty quick. And, I was flying, going back and forth, picking these things up. I did cut it out when I was, driving to the other side of my house where I was putting all these on. But as far as picking them up and dropping them, it was going pretty quick. I was having a lot of fun. So those first two I took single, but I did want to show that you could also, take more than just one at a time when you're doing small stuff like this. So it can kind of be tricky until you get the hang of it. As you can see there, I dropped that one the first time. However, once you kind of figure out how to do it, it's not too hard picking up two logs at once. You just need to make sure that you get the log in the grapple far enough at first, like that, to where when you pick it up, it'll roll back in rather than just fall out. So once you get it back inside the grapple, you can then close the top and then roll to your next one, and then just hook that next one with the very tips of the teeth, and then you can move two just as easy as that. So if you have a lot that you're doing, it'd be beneficial to take two at a time. And then again, once you get more used to it, you can start doing this super quick, and you can really do a lot of work fast. End of the day, realistically, this kind of work, with logs this size, you could just pick all these up, move them easily, stick them in a wagon, and I could have moved this whole tree easily with the garden cart all at once. But it's fun having equipment like this and using it. So having a little more seat time and just playing with the tool, that makes it worth it in itself, just to do it this way, even though it may take you just a little longer moving them. But just imagine though, if these are 16, 18, 20 inch logs, depending on how wide you cut them, they're going to be pretty significantly heavy. So that was my day. Basically did that with those, 3 or 4 trees I took down. I still have a few to go that I got to take down, but it's going to be just a lot of the same stuff. So I'm probably not going to do really 2 more videos on that, but I did want to get a good one of me using this grapple, and I really want to put out some more honest reviews of this. Now, yes, even though this video does have that mark on it that it's paid promotion, I'm still going to do a completely honest review of this tool. That's just good for transparency of the manufacturer, MFP, as well as my own channel. So basically all I want to talk about here is, and you can see the grapple, the teeth. That's really the only downside of this thing. Unfortunately, just by nature of design, the teeth tips there, mine bent. As you can see, I got a few of them bent there, and then one even broke off on the end. Now, if you're using this thing solely to drag a log, if the tractor's parallel with the tree, or if you're grappling from the side of the log, you're not going to have this issue. I don't foresee that happening. As I had mentioned, I kind of got that one from an angle, and when I started pulling it, I think it kind of dragged against the stump, and it ended up just twisting the tree as it was inside the teeth, and that's what kind of twisted and bent those teeth. So normal use, either, like I said, pulling in line with the tractor or grabbing from the side, you're probably not going to see this happen. Unfortunately, it's kind of a nature of the beast. That the metal on these is a 1/4 inch, which if you pick this thing up is very well built. is very sturdy. But I mean, a 1/4-inch steel, compared to, you name it, weight of a tree, it doesn't take much really to bend those. But I mean, it is what it is really on there. One thing that we got to keep in mind with these is shipping weight. So MFP's in Canada. So, if he's having to ship to the U.S. or if you're in the U.S., paying for that shipping, it's going to cost significantly more. The more weight you get. Also means, obviously it's going to have heavier steel. So it's going to cost more. So not only are you paying more for the piece of equipment in the beginning, you're going to be paying more for shipping. And, maybe, one of these things is out of your price range of what you would want to spend, and then you're grapple-less. So I don't really see this being an issue. I also talked to MFP about this. I was trying to help him see if there's, anything that can be done as far as like a redesign or anything. And he told me that, and it makes sense, this was kind of intentionally built to be somewhat of a weak point. That way you're not destroying the whole thing, any other part of the frame or anything, if a tip gets bent. So they're designed more so to just be on their own and bend and break off. So that being said, I did mention like, hey, you should sell, pieces, just those tips, the teeth there, that can be, welded on. If you're someone that's handy with a welder, you could at least, either cut or break off, any bent ones or anything, and then weld on some new ones. So I suggested that. He said that would be an easy one. So I mean, if you have one of these and you've bent them, or if you're looking in to get one of those, I would look at that being, something I would hope to see come soon. I can't really speak for MFP too much on that one. But that would be pretty cool. I know he's also working on a redesign for this. I don't know if he has a redesign, since this one come out or not. I want to say mine's probably one of his earliest designs of this. And then I know he has one that's wider as well, which would be pretty cool. That way you don't got to look around the hood so much. I know you could see me looking around the hood quite a bit. But yeah, as for this grapple, that's really only my single only complaint, is just those teeth. It'd be cool to see them be thicker metal, but really, I guess it's not necessary when you consider them being designed to be a weak point. But I know this thing, it just worked great. I know he has pictures of his, with a lot bigger logs in it. So, it can definitely handle bigger stuff as well, but this is a real video. There's no tricks or anything here. This is me just doing the work that I needed to do and me doing an honest review of it. So that is my only downside to this thing. But if that's it, that's it. It's a great tool otherwise. And then just for the rest of the day, I did get some pretty cool pictures. So I'll just finish up by saying, this was the one tree, going all the way across the road, and it just picked the whole thing up and moved it. So as to how much this weighed, I don't know, but pretty cool nonetheless. The next one here is just another picture of the tractor just lifting up a whole log. There again, getting it ready to be able to, cut it up. Pretty handy of, having that tool for that. And then of course the cut up tree. Just a neat looking picture. And then I'm going to end with probably my favorite picture of the day, just a good old picture of the X700 with the grapple on there. I made this my Facebook page's cover photo and everything, so it looks pretty cool. But yeah, so that is all I got for the MFP Grapple. Again, great grapple. It was a lot of fun to use. It's easy to use, easy to set up. Basically, all you got to do is relocate your cylinder and hook it on there. It's easy. It's so fast to connect that thing. So, great tool. I would say really, as far as I'll call it logging, if you will, some light logging with the X700. It's very capable. depending on what you're doing, even if you're just, if you live out in the woods or have a cabin or something and take it up there and you need to go cut some wood or something, I mean, it's great for that kind of thing. And then its size, I mean, as opposed to getting a bigger tractor, out in the woods or whatever, like it's really handy. So definitely a good buy, something to think about if you need to cut a lot of wood and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions about anything you saw today, any questions about the Grapple or the tractor, please let me know, comment, email, whatever you need to do. And definitely check out MFP. His Facebook and website will be put in the description there. And he makes many other things other than just this Grapple. He's made quite a few different quick hitch attachments. Everything from, this Grapple, of course, to pallet forks, to carry-alls. I mean, he's got quite a bit of stuff and more stuff coming. So feel free, check him out. I think that's about all I got. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.